Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Let's take another look here at Ethereum. Very quick understanding where we're at. We're potentially going to be retesting our descending trend. So honestly, a little early to consider a long, but here in a little while, when that fair value gap's filled and potentially, Bitcoin potentially finds its bottom, that might be a better chance there. Quick little congrats, of course, to our community here for some nice profits on our Bitcoin long, 40%, SEI about 90%, and ETH 62%. So those are like 5 to 10x leverage trades. If you want to join us, CryptoCache.tech is the site link down below. I've got a trading academy, community, and signals group. So do me a favor, hit the like button before we get going. And what we want to do is start with liquidation and see how much lower is this going to go, how much higher, what kind of incentive do we have for the whales to push. First things first, half of the liquidation here locally got hit, upwards about 24.90. Okay, so we still got some left, about 25.20 and upwards of 26.50. But from a macro perspective, majority of the local liquidation has been swept. We just got this little chunk at about 2,500. So there's a good 10 to 15 billion at 2,500, which is a sizable amount. And if we look here, what's also sizable is liquidation delta. We're at about 5 billion in longs. So we have more longs than shorts in the market. It's not to say the price can't pull back or shouldn't, but generally speaking, when this is high, you don't want to try to short against it. So my expectation is for Ethereum to pull back a little bit further as Bitcoin dominance continues to increase. Bitcoin's absorbing that market capitalization as prices come from altcoins and move into Bitcoin. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on right now. Ethereum is no, it's no exception, right? For the most part, though, we look at open interest, we can see the most amount of interest here at 2,400. It's that low 2,400 range. So there's a lot of accumulation in this local area. Just know there's a fair value gap as low as about 2,300. Okay, and that just those generally do get filled over time. So all that being said, let's take a quick look at the daily and see what's going on here. First of all, once more, fair value gap at about 2320. So my anticipation would be to consider getting in that low 2300 range. That's just a better case scenario. Now, me personally, I always wait for opportunities that may or may not happen. So if you ever are sitting here being like, man, that never takes place, what's the deal? Why is this guy so patient? Well, it takes a lot to hold off, but I tell you, you find better entries and better profit when you do. Okay. So ultimately, we're looking for a backtest of this descending trend. That's a common thing to happen. It's market manipulation 101. All that being said, there's not a lot here telling us that you should take a long just yet from the macro, because we still have yet to break through our local resistance range, and 2,500 with all moving averages kind of hanging out there is a heavy resistance for us. So please note 2,500, it's going to be tough to get through that unless we see a lot of volume, okay? And volume is high for the last candle, but that's more of a selling candle, not a buying candle. And if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we're still maintaining right there at the 20 and the 50-day SMA. That's usually a sweet spot, typically a pivot point in most cases. So once more, I'm much more happy to wait for a better opportunity. I'll do 2350 as a rough estimate and reevaluate when we get to that area. Either way, we're above 50 on the RSI, generally favorable. 4-hour time frame is letting us know that we're still in good shape. This is a natural pullback. I don't think it's too big of a concern. What my hope is that Bitcoin, sweeps this liquidation range at 109K. We short Bitcoin down to 105, and at that point later in the week, we maybe consider longs for some altcoins. Right now, I think it's very premature to consider longs on alts because they're getting hit a lot harder than Bitcoin is. If you look at this here, our Bitcoin dominance is right back up again. Okay, so money is flowing away from alts right into Bitcoin. Cool. All right, I'll post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Make sure you join us over on Bitunix too, folks. Phenomenal exchange. We're going to have a new campaign starting later today. More information soon on that. And this is what my social media looks like if you want to join us over here too. It's been a lot of fun getting to know some people here. And feel free to reach out. Don't be a stranger. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks again for your time. Take care.